Okay, yo, what up? This is Blunt Talk. Today's show is about. Well, let me introduce my guys, man. Today we joined by
Quails, the GOAT.
and
My damn it, Bone. B-O-N-E.
if you don't know who this nigga is, it's because he been nicking life for a while.
Yeah, I've been off scene for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
He back, ain't never leaving.
Yeah, he back. But yo, family, today's show is about the importance of black fathers or fathers in general in a household. Also, we're going to discuss the church relevance outside of spirituality. We'll break that down. If y'all don't get there, we'll break it down and just keep on. All right, so we want to start with.
I was saying the same thing because I almost needed a breakdown of what the meaning of, you know what I'm saying? What the meaning of what you telling me. You
About
know,
the church?
Church, yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
You want to?
Let's go.
Basically, he's saying like, I'm a Christian man.
Right.
I don't go to church,
Right.
but do I need to be at church? And what do church bring to my spirit? What do church bring to me as a Christian?
Right. Well, I think you go to church to seek knowledge. You know what I mean?
Well, we gonna get on that now.
Okay.
We're gonna discuss the fathers right now.
Okay,
we're
we're
gonna
going
break
to
that
fathers.
down later. So
You the blunt pastor. Break that down.
Right.
Fuck wrong
Pass
with this
that
nigga.
motherfucker. Right.
I should have been on the side. I ain't got time to be passing y'all shit.
You hate doing stuff for motherfucker. He can't stand it. Especially if he don't, if he
ain't part of it?
No, if he ain't agree to it, then he don't do it.
No, cuz I said no. His nose is definitely no.
No, when he
Like-
say no, no.
Like some people knows, you be like, let me ask him again. They might feel better. His no is no.
No.
So is the show about me or is it about something
I
else?
don't know.
You
We
a
just have to
father?
get that out
Y'all
there.
just gonna get just.
You a father, ain't you?
I'm a father,
So it's
but
about you, nigga.
Right.
Go ahead, dive in it, cuzzo.
God damn. All right, so the importance of fathers in the household. I'm pretty sure we can all agree. Y'all niggas really need to get on one side.
This part of the show.
I'm pretty sure y'all all agree that fathers are important and they need to be in the house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read these stats off and see what's going on. So 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes.
Okay, 90?
90%.
That's tough.
85% of children who exhibit behavior disorders are from fatherless homes. 70% of high school dropouts are from fatherless homes. So we could already see that the impact of the man not being in the house. And I mean, it goes on and on. Fatherless children are 20 times likely to end up in prison. 85% of all youth in prison are from fatherless homes.
Youth? So what's that part, like 18 to 25?
No, they saying youth, so I'm pretty sure they talking
juvenile.
about
Juvenile,
yeah,
okay.
juvenile.
And also that's speaking on any race. Not
Any race
just
across the
any
board.
race across the
Not
board.
just
Right.
black,
Okay.
Right.
Across the board.
Yeah.
So, and now they do break it down where it's like 57% of black children, 31% of Hispanic children, 20% of white children live with the absence of their biological father. So they don't get into the whole stepfather, all that shit.
Yeah.
The biological father is not in the home. So my thing is we already know we got the prison system. We got the whole the sanction of the government with the whole what was that to get any assistance.
Right. Any assistance, the man can't be in the home.
Gotta get these men out the house.
Right.
Right.
You want some of that link? Buddy, gotta go.
Right.
My kid.
But it also had a stat in there that I was looking at that from 1960 all the way into 2000, one of the problems that it was a lot of absentee fathers was because of people not getting married, but it was more. I can't even remember the name. I wish I could.
Basically, like kids out of wedlock.
Kids out of wedlock, basically. Yeah. So that's a big part. People just having casual sex and having kids, and that's a lot of reasons why they don't have fathers in the home either.
You gotta hit a little harder. This moon rock guy. I said you gotta hit a little harder because that's the moon rock.
You put moon rock in here, man?
Yeah.
He told you he was gonna do that.
He did.
He said it like 5 times.
That's why it's burning so slow.
He said, when I go get the weed, I'm gonna get some moon rock.
You see this? You see this shit I gotta deal with?
All right. Those numbers is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like the percent, like 90%, 58%, 70%. It's crazy how much just a father means. Like I never had a father, right?
Right.
I had a father figure. Shout out to Pops. But my guys that did have fathers, they tend to move a little different.
Yeah, a father that's in the house, not just a guy that's just
Yeah, like a real father in the house.
who participate.
Like they got to be in at 7 when I got to come in at 9. You see the difference?
Exactly.
When they synced us on the corner, he said, "Hey, get your ass in this car."
Right.
They ain't had nobody pick me up off the corner, so I spent a little more time on that corner.
Right. Exactly. So.
Well, tell me this: are y'all saying this off experience, or you saying this off what somebody's saying statistically?
I mean, we can't argue against the statistics.
You can't argue against it.
Yeah, but I'm not arguing against it. But what I'm saying is, the reason why I ask is because I experienced certain things. I experienced that, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm gonna give you a list of answer. I'm 47 years old. The neighborhood I moved to, my mother was a single parent. Everybody on the block had their mothers and fathers. One of my homies, 10 years, had his mother and father. You know what I'm saying? Another guy, you know what I'm saying, got into some trouble, was always in trouble because the father was a pastor and he got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing the reverse part of it too.
You said,
you know what I'm saying? And
well, there's always exceptions to the rule. This just that's
no, I get it. I get it. I'm just saying when we speak, sometimes let's go off a little bit of experience because that way it can help somebody at the same time. But that is good what you're saying because I didn't have that. I didn't have the father. You know what I'm saying? All I had was it was fear. You know what I'm saying? I had fear of what did it say? Just doing bad things. I was a curious child.
You had a fear of getting caught.
Right. Yeah, I had a fear of getting
You
caught.
scared to do this shit. You like, damn.
Yeah.
If I steal this radio, I get caught.
Yeah, well, I steal this car, or I mean, I think that's with anybody, but I'm just saying, just end up in a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? So some people just did it. You know what I'm saying, or just jumped out there and want to sell drugs because they was curious. You know what I mean? Because my friends was curious. All of us was curious because they had the mothers and fathers. You know what I'm saying? But they had just enough. But I'm gonna take that back too because my best friend, he had all the good clothes. He had all the everything.
So
you know what I'm saying?
He basically jumped off the porch for no reason.
No reason.
But we see that a lot too.
We see that
right?
a lot
No
too,
reason.
Yeah.
Because you believe it or not, a lot of rich kids and stuff get into crime. And you be like, why?
Because they be bored.
Yeah.
And they like to.
And then the society we live in now, it's kind of like it's glamorized.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
To get in trouble is, to be that guy who's supposed to do what he's supposed to do all the time. You kind of look like as a square lame. You know what I mean? So. Girls like the little bad boys and shit. So, so nigga gotta try it and test the waters. But that's where the father come in, and if you a father that's present in your child life, because I said even if you in the house don't mean you really a father. You gotta like, man, this nigga moving a little different.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Put your motherfucking pants up, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Talking to your mama like that is what you gotta stay on top of that.
I feel like that was needed though, because when you get to a certain age as a boy, especially a boy from the urban neighborhood, you become a man way before you're supposed to be a man.
Really.
So like at 14, 15,
being your color skin, definitely you got to grow up fast. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So but it is very important to have a man in your life because I had a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I had a stepdad, but I had a mentor.
It's very important to do what?
To have a man
in your life.
Pause. It's very important because this nigga. This nigga Hitler.
He forgot the last part.
The father figure in your life. It's good to have a father figure in your life because my success came through God working through my mentor. But my mentor, he definitely, taught me right from wrong. My father didn't give me that, but he gave me that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it takes a lot to be a mentor or father figure because a lot of people just say, "Oh, I mentored him. And he just gave him advice." No, you gotta give advice, support, financially, the whole nine. You have to
Emotionally,
teach
mentally.
everything, and that's what we all do. You know what I'm
fathers,
saying?
yeah.
And when our kids fall short, we lecture them, but we take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes we give them tough love, but eventually we cave and explaining them why we did what we did, and this is what you should do from now on. You know what I mean?
Facts,
But
facts.
I'm definitely saying it's definitely hands down. You got to have some type of father figure, and women need to stop.
I was just gonna say that. Go ahead. Though.
Yeah, but women need to stop not letting the man discipline the child, even if he a stranger. If it makes sense to what he telling the child, a man, if it makes sense, why would you give this man some discretion? Why? Because he a stranger saying something to your son?
Like, I ain't gonna cap. Like, we grew up in the hood. We dealt with a lot of women without fathers.
A lot of women without
A
fathers.
lot of girls without fathers being teenagers.
Yeah.
Imagine
Ain't
how
nobody got no daddy. Shit.
exactly.
Right, the daddy gone, ain't
I
nobody
can't-
got to do
I-
it.
So
honestly, like,
when-
it was the other side of you, but for me, I didn't see a lot of fathers. Period.
No shit.
I don't know no friend who had a father who raised by their grandma or their mama. That was it.
Yeah, I ain't got too many friends with daddies neither.
You know what I'm saying? So, but go. I ain't mean to cut you off, man.
But like I said, I got a daughter. My daughter gonna be a girl with a daddy. Cause there's so many girls I ran across when I was a kid that they ain't have that father figure. Their mother liked me just as much as them. You know what I mean? I'm cool. They mom want to be young. Oh, I come over with a drink. We 15. Your mama drinking with us. But I get to spend the night because of that shit. But I know if it's a daddy in the house, I would have never pulled that shit.
No.
That's right.
Never. I don't even go to another man's house drinking with his wife and his daughter.
And you know what? If you look up the statistics, not to cut you off, if you look up the statistics, a lot of daughters without a father, when they have kids, they want to marry their son. They like they so in tune, and they shouldn't be like that with their son. You know what I'm saying? Because they miss that father, and so that's another way how things go bad for a father not being present in the home. You know what I mean?
Shit, I mean, it's kind of started like this, one of the things it said that from 1960 on until now, it just it was divorce was one of the reasons, and then just random motherfuckers hooking up all the time. So, as you gotta kind of like, people don't even fight to be in a relationship, or even two adults don't even try to even make a relationship. They just want to hook up and then
Just want to fuck.
just want to fuck, and then not thinking about the ramifications afterward.
Yeah.
That, you know, man, she kept this baby. Now I had no intentions of
I'm out.
being there.
I'm out.
You know, shit, we wasn't dating. It was like, but now that adds on to somebody who could possibly just drop out. You know, in prison or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's funny how the government want to give you food stamps. Now all of a sudden they saying strap your baboons. We tired of giving you money, but y'all forced that on them. If you would have never forced that in the beginning, America would have been different. You know what I mean?
It should. I think when I was growing up, it was a shame to have the food stamps. My father didn't want to pull out that book. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pull out a link card like a Capital One card.
Yeah.
You can't tell motherfucker got a link or not.
Can't
Shit.
tell me.
You gotta really be over their shoulder and shit. You know, motherfucker pull out that book. You like, oh god.
Damn, I don't even want to pay with this shit.
Yeah, but all the time their parents had that book too. Shit.
Oh shit.
I don't think I was embarrassed to pull out food stamps because I had dollars
Man,
behind it
because I don't
too.
want to be considered poor. Don't nobody, even if I am poor, I don't want my father to know I'm poor. I'm cleaning shit out these shoes and that, you know, dressing, trying to keep my clothes the last as long as possible because I want to blend in with everybody else. But it seems like they doing
But
better.
it's real important how you raise though, because my mother, I never had a pair of Jordans, and I never had none of that stuff. I had some new shoes, but I didn't have like what my man Rock would have, my best friend would have, or somebody else would have. But I was grateful just to have something new on. You know what I'm saying? I may have cried a little bit because I wanted some Jumpman.
Yeah, like any kid.
Something
any
like
kid
that,
will do.
but it really, my mother put us in a position where if we want something, you either gonna have to get a job when you get older to get it, but right now I can only afford this, and I was humble with that.
But-
I really was.
But think about
To this day, I don't.
how different it would be if it was another income in the house.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Like the fathers, don't get us wrong. Like the fathers, we is probably what's the percentage of man being a breadwinner in a relationship? I'm pretty sure it's high.
Oh, for sure.
So we only speaking on the emotional and the mental support that the fathers do. Imagine the financial support that the father do.
Right.
Like we struggle growing up, but we got a lot of shit. You know, shout out to Mom Dukes. Rest in peace, Maurice. Y'all got busy. But I can only imagine if I had a man in my life that provided, how much different my life would be.
Extra,
Yeah.
anywhere from 30 maybe to 50,000 in the crib.
That shit love.
That do something.
But we gonna piggyback to this debate because I really want Tim to put this out there too, because me and Tim was talking, and he was saying, bro, he said, do you think your son gonna remember you for how much money you got or how much time you spend with him? And that's something that me and him have a disagreement about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something important that we need to bring out to, you know what I'm saying, whoever watching us.
Yeah.
Hey, drop something in the comments.
And he may have a great point. You know what I'm saying? He has a great point to a certain extent, because it's just luckily that, you know, our son has two fathers, but you know what I'm saying? But if he only had one, and okay, in your situation, you the breadwinner of your house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think we all are. Go ahead.
But you make more, you make twice as much as your wife do.
Okay.
So that makes you the breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? So how do I explain? And in my household, when I was at a younger age, I was the breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the way I made my bread, I didn't have time to nurture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to nurture, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was guilty of having a child at a young age and still wanting to live my life.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
hold on, let me take a few steps back.
Right.
When you say live my life, elaborate on that.
Live my life like if I wanted to go to a party and it was my turn to watch kids, at a young age, I would like.
So you had time, but you chose otherwise.
Right, I chose otherwise.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, I chose otherwise, so I really can't
like
put that
anybody your
subject
age,
with
though.
that.
Like any young kid have.
At a teenage or in his 20s.
Who want to watch kids when you 20?
Right, exactly.
Nobody want to
I
do
had
it.
my baby when I was 20. Tay left my daughter on the porch one day.
But
I was mad than a motherfucker.
But
What you in the crib?
Like, I gotta go to work in the morning. Can you please watch her? I got shit to do. You know what I had to do? Drink on the porch. And she came, she dropped the baby off, and she drove off. I say, this motherfucker gotta be crazy.
Hey, that's what your ass like.
I'm on the crib. She like,
no, that happened though.
I say, bitch, you better come back and get this. She say, did you call me a bitch? I say, my bad, come get the baby, dog. She never came and got the baby. I was married for 2 weeks.
Damn.
But that was my choice, though. I ain't had nothing to do, but I ain't want to do that.
Right.
So like, go ahead.
So is it that, because in earlier in our conversation, we were speaking about finances to help another man in the house. But let's just say I wasn't present to hug you, but I was present to feed you.
To me, man, I just believe. Again, I had a stepfather for a brief moment.
You kind of liked him, too.
Yeah, Louis, like
You fuck with Louis.
Louis, my daddy. Shit, he was there. They broke up when I was probably like. I remember when Nick came around. Nick, I'm 9 years older than Nick, and then not very long. So I'm thinking he probably left like when I was 10 or 11. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that day burnt in my motherfucking brain. Like, nigga, I cried when that nigga was like, when I saw them break up and he like got his shit. Nigga, I cried all. Nigga, he had to console me. I was so fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing this nigga for 11 years, and now you're not gonna be here no more. Mm-hmm. But so I had, and he bought shit. You know, the bikes and all this other stuff. But the shit that it really sticks with me, man, is when he had take me, and we ain't want fucking no. We was poor. All right, we was low middle class. He was the only one working in the crib. But I do remember on Chicago Avenue and right past it. Remember, it's Chicago Avenue and Cicero.
West side of Chicago, by the way.
Right. If you start to head back west, once you hit Chicago Avenue, there's a fire station. Mm-hmm. I remember one day he walked me, and the fire station was open. Them niggas was in there doing whatever they do.
That's Chicago Avenue, Ohio.
Right. And he took me in there to meet the fire. You know, I'm sure he like, you know, and they talked to me and shit. And then I remember another time, and that he used to always take me on like Saturdays and Sundays. It used to be a fish market. Who had real fish, a big ass tank.
On Chicago Avenue.
Chicago Avenue. They
It
swim
wasn't on
around.
Chicago Avenue. that was
is.
on Independence.
No, it
Nah.
is one on Independence, but it was
One in
on
Chicago,
Spot
down the
Robbery.
street from over Ohio, like the next block over. They catch that bitch, they hit in the head with a hammer.
Yeah, he was like, pick one out.
Yeah.
I picked one out, not knowing what's gonna happen.
Right.
He did that bitch out. And boom! Clubbing that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I ain't freaked out, but I'm like, you know,
I thought that was the pet.
Right.
we take it home, they cut it up, fry it. You know, I remember that, and that shit stick with me more than the motherfucking bike he bought me, skateboard. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Right.
You know,
I
it was
get it,
cool,
I get
it was
it.
nice, but the times, motherfucker, he ain't spent a lot of time with me after he worked because he worked late. But if he ain't had to go to sleep, we watch TV together, talk shit, call me Slick, you know what I'm saying? That was my nickname, you know? Yeah, so that's why I disagree with the fucking money situation because of my experience. Some people, to me, memories and relationship is more important than material stuff. And that's why I do little shit like whenever I can, I do some shit that is some memorable shit with the kids. Like I fucking took all their ass, I gathered up all of them, even Ocean ass and the grandkids and everybody. Whoever was in the house that day, we going to get ice cream. Goddamn, we gonna sit here at this. All they do is sell ice cream. And we're gonna sit here and we're gonna fucking eat ice cream together and enjoy each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping they remember that type of shit. Instead of the mics I bought them.
Right.
And I'm hope they remember the mics too though.
Right.
I
Right.
work hard for them damn mics.
Yeah, them bitches ain't cheap.
But it's a message behind that though. So if I buy the mics, in my position of what I'm doing, it takes time. It takes time. And once again, like you said, Quails, you wanted to do those things. You could have took time out to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? But I chose to go this way because my beliefs is I want my kids to be great and have what they need and leave something for them where they can live long and deal with pressure will be a lot lighter on them because I'm building an empire
And I get that.
for them. You know what I mean?
Right, that's honorable.
You know what I mean?
That's
Not
honorable.
to interrupt you,
Right.
that goes back to y'all upbringing.
Right.
Like you said, you were just happy to get something new.
Right.
Now, I'm
Right.
buying mics for everybody.
Right.
You should be so happy that you
Right.
get a mic. I was happy with these fucking polo shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You getting a mic
I
in the
have
outfit.
ponies and vans.
You should be super happy.
From
So that
Venture.
just go to your upbringing. And like Tim's upbringing is, I like spending time with Lewis.
because
So that's where y'all stands is that's y'all
Right.
core beliefs because y'all learned
Right.
them early.
Right.
And that's why y'all carry them right now.
Right.
Shit, my real daddy, when I can remember the one time the nigga ever bought me something.
Sherman?
Yes.
I hit that name Sherman.
The nigga came around like every fucking 7 years, cause like
So you see Sherman, you 7. You see him again, you about to graduate.
I see him every time a Dre album come out, goddamn.
Damn.
But the nigga I can remember that he took me what was it, Augusta and Division, where they run the same way.
Augustin Division?
Yeah.
Yes, they run the same way.
Okay, so it's Augusta and anyway, it's on Augusta going north. Wait, across the street from before you get to that big ass Pepsi Cola plant they just built.
You talking about Cosner then?
Is that Cosner?
Gotta be.
Okay, over that way. There's an Italian beef place over there. And I can remember take Cicero.
Right.
That's
It's
Cicero.
Cicero, yeah,
Cicero.
yeah,
Cicero.
Man, the nigga came through and I could that was the fucking best Italian beef I ever had just because I was with that nigga.
Just because you with Sherman.
Because that's what I was with that nigga. Spent that day with that nigga and saw him 7 years later. And,
See,
I have no memories with my real dad. I have
and you
none.
don't I know he passed by now, but I mean before when he was living, did you have any any qualms with that shit?
like,
That-
did you feel like you was missing something in life?
Like damn nigga, where was you?
Oh yeah, because like I had got in trouble.
Give me that.
I had got in trouble. I had got in trouble with the law.
The bottle.
Oh,
I had got in trouble with the
I'll
law.
take both of them. Don't worry about it.
Right. I had got in trouble with the law. And it's so funny, I ran into my uncle because he was fighting a DUI and I'm fighting a drug case. So he heard the judge call Troy Nathaniel. So he followed me out the courtroom. He was like, your name, he said, what's your name? I said, Troy. He said, what's your last name? I said, Nathaniel. He said, you got a father named Joe? I said, yeah. He said, I'm your Uncle Boy Gene. So we hit it off tight. You know,
got the lighter.
So he put my father on the phone, and my father was trying to like discipline me, like talk shit. Oh, you shouldn't,
your bitch ass
you know,
out
you shouldn't be.
here.
I'm like, dude,
I don't even know you, bro.
dude, like the last time I saw you was like in '88, nigga. This is 2000 something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, I was nothing too. Yeah, like under two. Yeah, no, let's see. You know, it probably was like early '90s. It was somewhere in there. But anyway, man, he trying to lecture me and all that shit, man. I was like, man, I'll just listen. It was like, okay. Then I told my uncle, man, don't put me on the phone back with that motherfucker.
Don't call that goof ass nigga.
And it was like, you know, his brother ended up becoming, I got close to him.
Did he?
uncle.
He didn't provide financially? He was just missing. He was MIA. Period?
Yeah, man, he separated from my mama a long time ago. When we was in Maywood, shit. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago, you know.
See me.
I remember my stepdad, Mac, and
I got an uncle named Mac.
what's his name?
Probably the stepdad.
I was thinking that. I was just saying, ain't too many Macs I know.
Yeah, ain't that
I know
many.
Dana Mac, and I know our Mac.
Well, this Mac is dead.
Oh, hey, okay now, it's adding up.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
He got a daughter? Daughters?
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, you got doing it.
What's her name?
Shit, we don't fucking know because Mac wasn't. His kids ain't right.
Hold on, who is Mac's kids? Hold on.
That's crazy because I'm my cousin.
Is Karita Ron?
No.
Who?
Uh,
Oh no, that's Hootie daughter.
yeah. And the crazy part, Mac and his kids had stayed with us when we was on Springfield when I was shorty.
And they definitely from the
I
west
don't
side.
remember none of them motherfuckers though.
They definitely from the west
Larry,
side.
remember you know Larry, light skinned, he tall as fuck now. We went to when Dana had threw that Cousin's Day.
He came out
He was
there.
up there, yeah.
I don't know cousin Larry.
Oh, man,
Right. I don't know cousin Larry.
Little Larry, yeah. Bye.
Yeah, but I mean, like I say, I'm
just fucking with you. You know
very,
that,
I'm very firm. I'm
think?
very firm with making the money and leaving a legacy.
Man,
I'm very
that's
firm
cool.
with
You
that.
can work hard, bust your ass, but when you at the end of the day, when you goddamn it, just make your. I'm saying like, say if I work and I got better at that time because I was in the same thing.
Right.
Like I wasn't goddamn it making no moves like you, as far as like building business. I was just
Right.
fucking 9 to 5, and I'm doing 12 hours, tired as fuck when I get home. But as the years progressed, and I started seeing these motherfuckers, and I noticed I kept missing shit. Nigga, I done missed graduations.
Right.
Like, cause I want to work because I don't want to take that day off and shit.
Right.
But
Right.
what I'm saying is, man, you come in the crib and the motherfucker still up, just like smack their ass upside the head, just like and say something goofy to him, and let him like, man, he was.
Well, the kids that's in my home right
like he
now,
was present. You, get
you
what I'm
know,
saying?
the kids that's in my home now, if I know I come home late and they sleep, I kiss them while they sleep, or most likely when they up, I just go say, hey, what's up? What's going on? You all right? You good? Da 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 da. We talk, you know, and go from there, and then I take my ass sleep because I got a lot.
You got an early
Going
morning.
on, you know
You
what I
got an
mean?
early day tomorrow.
But I just like I say, I just appreciate I'm appreciated because he has that moment. You know what I'm saying? He has both. And really he has both. Because we both make a lot of fucking money, you know what I'm saying? And we both gonna have empires, you know what I'm saying? But he put that time in, and eventually I'm gonna put that time in. Because now I meant to go back to this. What made me not feel bad about myself, Farrakhan said this. Farrakhan said, when we were younger, we were terrible fathers. He's a horrible father. He said, now that I got grandkids, I can show me being a great father through them. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, I can't see my son grandkids.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
I would have to live here just to see them. But I think once they get older, you'll be able to do the things that you didn't do for your kids.
Oh,
you
yeah,
do
it's
for the
a second
grandkids.
chance.
You know, it's a
Yeah,
second
like-
chance. So I'm getting to that point. I'm gonna have my second chance, even though I'm still chasing success. But the success is granted. So I know I'm getting to the point where
You
I'm
got
gonna
your
start
second
doing
chance
that.
though. You got the smaller kids.
Yeah.
I do,
you
and I'm
very
doing that with
involved
them.
You
Yeah,
very
yeah.
involved with them.
Yep.
Like very involved.
Y'all just
Yeah.
went on fucking vacation.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Yeah. And took his friend too. Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is definitely
Definitely a dope moment right there.
yeah. You ain't gotta
Shout
take
out
no-
to you.
Take no another man kid, but you did that. You know,
Well, they probably locked up or some shit.
man.
Goes back to making good money. Good money. Working a little hard, I take your buddy. So what? I missed the game. Your buddy coming.
Right. Yeah.
We going to Disney World and he coming.
Oh man. But I remember someone was saying that as they get older, like the mother, she birthed them, and that's her time. She birthed them. They small. She had to nurture them, breastfeed them, and love on them, and make sure they safe then.
Right.
But the time they start to walk and talk, and the older they get, it's supposed to shift.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
her time needs to be. You need to spend more time with them than she.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have that girl under your ass, trying to teach her, show her, talk to her, and how to weed out fuck niggas and shit. And show your son not to be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can, take him to work, have him working with you.
Yeah.
Man, if you able-bodied, play some sports with him.
Yeah.
I tried to play video games, but I just ain't into this
I'm
shit.
just
feel
not a
like-
video
I hate
game
video
guy.
games.
I
I
hate
feel
it
like
too.
when you like able-bodied, you was like pointing to me.
Like able-bodied.
Yeah.
Everybody, what you doing with your son? Not playing football, nigga.
Not running
beat
track.
the shit, nigga. Beat the nigga in Madden though.
There you go. Talk shit to him, make him cry.
Let's race, Dad. Get the fuck out of here.
That's what's up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man. So the important. We already know. We this ain't really nothing we had to pull up. We knew that the.
We ain't know the statistics though.
We ain't know right.
That is amazing in a
Right.
bad way.
Right.
It is
Like
terrible.
that's very discerning. Like,
Right. You got other things that come into play, but but across the board, everybody shared their common denominator. I didn't have a father.
Right.
And fathers they teach us that, man, when we start feeling ourselves and want to buck up,
Right.
they there
put us right back in our place.
right there, like, man, you can sit your ass down.
But
I love you, I'll fuck you up though.
Right.
that,
That's
though.
right. You need that. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't think I explained why you should have a father figure. I was at a factory working at nights. Didn't know where my life was going, or none of that stuff. And I met my mentor. I used to, just dance and stuff like that. Pause. Doing parties and stuff like that. And I got into a contest, and he used to throw parties and make a lot of money or whatever. And I was just interested in that because I wanted to be a promoter or something just to help the public or whatever. And he grabbed on to me, and I used to go to every set that he would have. And then from there, he asked me, he was like, man, you want to, he said, you know how to swing a hammer? I was like, shit, I can try. And then, I started working in him, and he say, if you want to have something, he said, matter of fact, let me show you something. He showed me his check. He showed me his check.
Got your attention.
Oh, man. He showed me his check. He was working for the city of Chicago. He showed me his check. He said, you want this? Listen to me. And I once I saw that, I was sold. I was like, whatever you want me to do, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and working.
Yeah. Hey, look. They be, women be working. You be like, you working tonight, girl? Cause what I heard, look, shout out to Dave, man, for real, man.
Yeah,
That's a real stand-up guy, man. This man teach
David
me shit every day.
Johnson. David goddamn Johnson.
He
That
passed
man.
it down. I sit with Troy, man. I sit with Tim. I'm a little younger than them.
Yeah.
A lot younger than them. But they teach me shit every day. But what I heard you say, Troy, you said Dave used to throw parties.
Yeah.
You was dancing at the parties.
Right.
He like, what you doing with your life? You know how to
Right.
drop a hammer?
Right.
You like, yeah, I could drop a hammer.
No.
He didn't say drop a hammer.
No, he said drop a hammer.
He said
Swing
you
a
can swing a
hammer.
hammer.
Right.
Oh, so you swinging hammers.
On the wall.
But you was dancing.
Always trying to go.
Hold on, I'm
suspect.
confused because he was dancing and he won a dance contest at the party.
That's right.
Then he took him somewhere else.
Street
Like, he took him to the dance floor. Like, you can swing a hammer? He's like, yeah, I can swing
This
two
was
hammers.
not. Look, this was not a pedophile moment.
No, I was just hearing it, and it was. He like,
Always
man.
go there.
When he was talking, he like, man, I'm dancing. He come to the party and dance. I won a dance contest. I'm like, this nigga was stripping.
Well, I should have said Chris Brown dancing then.
I'm like, this nigga used to strip back in
Chris
the day.
Brown
Well,
dancing.
your ass stupid.
But anyway, the
Nigga
man
danced his ass
he took his time out to show me construction. He gave me a tool that I can survive for the rest of my
That's a
life.
fact. That's a big
Construction.
fact. Super dope, man.
And he was tough. He was tough. And I try to train people the way he trained me. It doesn't work because they want to cry or fight me. But I took it. I took whatever he gave to me. I took it. No matter how he talked to me, he never degraded me like that. It's just his lectures on how you should be and how you should do it, how you should hold something. I didn't even know how to pick up garbage. He had to say you have to be taught how to pick up garbage in the right way, how to hold the bag. Like if if I sweep some garbage, if he sweeps some garbage up and I'm holding the bag the wrong way and any garbage fall out the bag, he'll take the bag, turn it upside down. He says, now clean everything and I'll be back. He said, because you don't know how to hold a bag.
That's why it don't work for you. That's why people want to fight you. That's why people want to fight you.
You try to do that same shit to everybody else. Niggas like, bro, you pick that shit, you pick shit up yourself.
I'm put you in this bag.
Nigga, I'm going. Right.
You about to be wearing this fucking bag. You talking about clean that shit up, I'll be back.
About to sweep your ass up in a minute.
It's a bad to building.
No, he still paid me. I still got paid good. He still took care of me though. He showed me you still do what you got to do and learn what you got to do, but he still gave me $1,000 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But you got thicker skin. Everybody ain't got thick skin.
No, everybody don't.
Like you
I
got
ain't
some
had no
soft,
damn thick skin,
especially
shit.
now. Like these kids now, the way
I
they
had
raised.
to grow this skin. Shit.
Shout out to
I was
Dad.
a fucking thick skin. I had to
You
grow
tell
them
a kid- You
layers.
yell at a kid now, they'll probably never talk to you for about 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I only told you to take the garbage out in a high voice.
Hurt they feelings.
Hurt their feelings. So they don't make them like that no more.
No, they don't.
So again, let's
switch gears.
Switch on. So the next topic is the Christian church or church in general, if y'all want to do that. But is church relevant outside of your spirituality? And I don't know if I'm maybe wording it right, but when I say that, I mean, does church have any impact anymore on the world? Because to me, I feel it don't. I feel outside of them teaching you God exists, He love you, here goes such and such, these are the rules to live by, let's get to heaven. I don't think the church is, for the most part, irrelevant anymore. It don't do anything.
It is relevant, and I'm gonna say this because of your mindset. Your mindset is much stronger and much not vulnerable than the next person. So that person that's vulnerable and weak needs that house to go in and confess, to try to get something not get something like somebody to calm you down, to tell you that it's gonna be all right, or learn a word that you're looking for. Because sometimes people are missing something, and you go to church for knowledge. You know what I mean? Because the church is in everybody. You are church. You church. You know what I'm saying? You are the church, but you still have to seek knowledge. And that's just respect. I'm going to go to church and I'm going to seek knowledge if you're not a person that wants to seek knowledge on your own. Because you can sit at home and read the whole Bible yourself.
Yeah, but like you said, he got a different mindset.
Right.
If you break it down, everybody home ain't they safe haven.
Right.
Everybody ain't got love at home.
Right.
So some people go to church, like especially, some people go to church and they get that love. They get the fellowship.
Right.
You might stay in a house with nobody in that fellowship and you seeking that. So that helped them with their spirituality.
Right.
That helped them with their life.
Right.
Like the church is needed, in my opinion. Now, a lot of churches that be offering certain things isn't needed, but the church itself is needed, in my opinion.
Right. Because what the church does either is right or wrong, they have to deal with God with that. Our job is to go in there and seek knowledge. Now, if we get the wrong knowledge, eventually everything's unfold because God sees things and he deals with it in his time and matter where he feels that you can handle it at that time too. But that's just me, you know what I mean? And I think we all like that. I think we all, well, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that. I would like to go to church, but I don't have the time to go to church. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that God is real. I know that without work, or how it go? Without faith is not work, or work without faith. Whatever have it go, I'm a true believer of what I prayed for and it happened. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like literally prayed for it and accepted it and waited for my time and put in the work and now it's here. You know what I'm saying? It has been manifested.
So when I stated the question, what I was saying is like, okay, I look back and I'm looking at what's in the Bible, right?
Okay.
And I'm saying, okay, Jesus did this, disciples did this.
Right.
You know.
Jesus is the only prophet.
But at the end of the day, all I see is the church is in the building.
Well, he's not the only prophet.
You get what I'm
but-
saying? They in a building, getting people to come in,
Right.
and then outside of the church walls,
Right.
literal church walls, church don't exist no more. They don't. That's what I'm saying. Are they relevant to politics? Are they relevant to the neighborhood? Where is the church outside of those walls on Sundays or Wednesday choir rehearsal? And that's what I'm saying. They not relevant anymore. They only relevant in your spirituality when you in the thing and you getting yourself together or whatever. And hopefully you really taking those teachings to heart and you living them outside that. But what I'm saying is, so when the church supposed to be, can the church get all the black people, that the whole congregation together and raise up and get with Kamala Harris in office? You get what I'm saying? Can they do that?
They could make scraps for that.
They
You
can.
get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like church don't have. To me, church don't have power outside the church no more.
But for example, I was just out south.
Right. Church on the.
47.
Go ahead.
I was out south on 47 and something doing a pop-up shop with Tay. And the church around the corner, they offer what TJ want, the apprenticeship classes for
Right.
12 different trades.
Right.
Now you do the program, you get certified in all 12 trades.
Right.
So say if you want to be a plumber, but they union ain't open or they ain't hiring,
Right.
they send you to somewhere else because you already certified it now. So the church does help the community still to this day.
At a small level like
A
that.
lot of churches be homeless shelters.
You got you.
Yeah,
They feed the
give
poor.
out. They feed the community.
But okay, I'll put it like this. So the churches, we got a black church. I'm just gonna speak only for the black church. We got a black church form on every block. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't the Catholic Church. I'm asking, can they get to the point where they move as strong as the Catholic Church? You say with the Catholic Church pull in,
Right.
the like when they another pope, like everybody television around the world be
Right.
posted on it. You get what I'm saying?
The Catholic Church is the biggest real estate owners in the world. They own any more real estate than anybody in the world. They have a lot of power, but religion is not supposed to go into politics. Not a,
But
not
it
under
does.
no
Religion ain't supposed to
circumstance.
go into politics.
It's supposed to be forbidden. Really, it's not. It's not in the. It's not into God's willing because it's a lot of lying. It's a lot of sin in politics.
But I think that's.
But-
I know.
No, but he right though. But you know, in this world,
But that's what you're supposed to, man.
what?
What?
If that's where if there's a part in the world where humans exist and that has to do with all of us, politics has to do with everybody, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And there's sin and lying in it. That's where God's supposed to be at.
Yeah,
not stepping away from it.
No. But
No,
the
not
church is
saying, like,
meant to
not
attack
prayer
all that
in
shit.
it.
Church is for one reason,
Right.
to save souls.
That's it.
I'm here to get somebody to go to heaven.
Right.
To teach somebody that Christ is God and God
Yeah,
is
don't
Christ.
use God for me to vote for Trump.
Yeah, don't be like
know
Trump
what I'm
did.
saying?
Trump just made a speech
Right,
for
for
all my
Christians.
Christians.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Right.
you tried, but that's not what the church meant for. The church
That's right.
is to save souls,
Right.
to get people to repent, to get people to join this walk in Christ.
You're not gonna see no candidate at a corner church that's maybe really saving souls. Maybe not. I'm just saying. You're gonna
No,
you're gonna see him at the House of Hope. You're gonna see him
Yeah.
at Osteen.
But he-
you know what I'm saying?
he
You're gonna see him
gotta-
at mega churches that has tens of thousands of people.
But you got a
You know
point.
what I'm
The
saying?
Catholic Church is crazy
Right.
big. Like, I don't think the Black Church will ever reach that level
No, because
because they're not united. You know what I mean?
Right, and that
Like,
was another thing I'm trying
they're
to
not
that's another
united.
thing. They if you got 4 on every block, my thing is
Excuse me.
Bless
Jesus and the disciples, they feeding people. They not straying away from like when I disagree about, you know, we're not supposed to get into politics because they had no apostles. They would never close their mouth. Jesus would never shut his mouth if he saw
That's right.
unrighteousness, and the politicians was doing it. You know,
That's
that's
right.
what, you know, the ones who was in charge, the ones who killed them. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I don't agree with it. I'm not saying like, okay, well I kind of think you do need to. if the church seeing injustice in the black community, right? Police killing or whatever, and the mayor is basically fucking police chief. You know, he's a
Right.
police chief, but he runs. That's his show.
Right.
Then why not as these four in this district? As these four you can get what's the guys? Not the congressman, but the freaking alderman.
Okay.
You know, you start on that level. This alderman in the district, he ain't did nothing in a while, and when you just get the 4 or 5 churches in that little area where the alderman run, and just sit down with them like, man, you ain't did enough for us. You don't get you out. You get what I'm saying? Like our community.
Well, he gonna
is
get it
suffering.
together because that's in units. That's votes. That church gonna say, "Hey, get it together, do something for us, or you gonna get voted out." And that's 10,000 people.
That's
in that
exactly
church.
what I'm saying. And then you can move from there. Because I mean, that's what I'm saying. I believe the church got a lot more power.
They
They
do.
just don't. They
They
just
do.
don't utilize because they too busy. I'm not saying souls ain't important. It's definitely important.
They too
but-
busy saving souls.
Yeah,
no,
but
no, but I'm just saying.
That's
think about
crazy.
this. Think about this though. You saving souls, but a soul will be a lot more easier to talk to if they wasn't starving or they daddy wasn't locked up. You know what I mean? You got all this crime going on in your neighborhood, stuff that if you get the right person in office or you did, or like you said,
Yeah.
then it's a lot of stuff they ain't gotta go home and worry about. It's kind of hard to. You kind of find like I'm gonna have to, if in order to make it, I'm gonna have to act like them, I'm gonna have to do like them, and you know, and just put church on the backside. I'm just saying, like,
But you got,
it ain't always a spiritual problem. I mean, we natural beings too, man. Like,
yeah, facts.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
you
well,
do got church
I look at.
You
I'm
got
sorry.
churches. I'm saying you got churches, but
that endorse
it's too many.
candidates though.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? So
know.
they definitely bring politics into the religion world.
Right.
The big churches, the powerful churches, the
Right.
big preachers, they endorse presidents. Like, hey, Trump
Billy
comes.
Graham.
through.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So they use it.
But it's a lot
but
of hand
the black
exchange.
church really don't.
But it's a lot of hand exchange, and I'm talking about money. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
If all the black churches, and first of all, it's a Christian bank. The Christian bank say, hey, you have to teach our laws of where you teach Christianity, and that's wrong. So we'll finance you to build this mega church. But if you don't teach her, you got to get it how you live, your church. You didn't know that, did you? It's a Christian bank that household, Christian bank. Mega churches that you know around here, Christian bank. But you have to teach how we want you to teach.
Hold on, not to interrupt you. Let me talk to the viewers.
Yeah.
This man is really deep into politics. He's been a part of a lot of campaigns. So he might spill the beans on some stuff he might say, but it's stuff y'all might want to hear.
Yeah, you
so
might
listen
wanna
to
hear. You
Bone
might
when he
wanna
speak
hear.
about politics, for real.
You might want to hear. And that's why these mega churches teach in a certain way. I'm not saying because I like Reverend Meeks. Reverend Meeks is very knowledgeable of a lot of things. I'm just saying how his church was built. And just because you can tell them to loan me this money and I'm gonna teach the way you teach, you want us to teach, but I'm still gonna give my people knowledge. You know what I mean? You still take a collection. That's what the Christian church wants you to do. You still have to pay 10% of that. That's what the Christian church wants you to do. Because Christian church, banks still want their money back. I don't care how you teach somewhat, but still keep that white Jesus on the wall. Let them keep the society thinking that Jesus is white. And
Do you think anybody really think Jesus is white still?
White people,
Besides white people, you think?
nobody else think
I
that
don't
shit.
think that. I think
I don't know.
that's been dismissed.
I don't know.
White people and
But-
small children.
Right, and what you just said, you was like, well, life can be easy on people if you just do this and do that. But Jesus had to worry every day. He had to stress every day. He had to do this every day. He had to do 1,000 things every day that the average person going through. So if he had to go through that, hey, they have to save the soul. You know what I'm saying? It just, let me see how I'm saying this.
It's not the church's job.
He died for
neither.
our sins, right? Huh? You said
It's
what?
not the church's job to make sure everybody got a food on their plate.
I mean, why?
If you're a member.
I mean, he didn't. Those were
If you're a member.
Those people came to hear him speak when he fed the 5,000 with 2
Right.
loaves of fish and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like they wasn't they was coming to possibly believe or whatever. You know, like they
Right.
believe in God. I don't think everybody was convinced on Messiah, but they did hear about him a lot. You get what I'm saying?
And he prophesized.
Yeah, but Jesus fed.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like he
He-
healed the sick.
yeah.
He did whatever he
Right,
did.
right.
He wasn't just sitting around. He outed those who was doing wrong, no matter what status they had. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. So Jesus was outside
But-
of church.
But
He-
Jesus is God.
Right.
So you trying to compare what Jesus
No.
did to Reverend Meeks
No,
or
no,
any
no.
other Reverend? Ain't nobody gonna be able to accomplish anything close to what Jesus was doing.
The apostles did the exact same thing. They
No.
saw what Jesus did, and they went on to continue to do what he did.
Right. And
They
he
follow-
they
but
follow
he's
his
bagging
teaching.
him.
They saw his
Right.
examples and saw his teachers, and they continued to speak
Right.
against unrighteousness. That's why Paul was locked up. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they still fed the poor and went out there and taught the gospel and
And,
put
and, and
righteousness.
it's churches
Yeah.
that put feet on the
Okay.
ground. It's churches that give out food drives.
Yeah, it's churches
They
that
do
have
that.
picnics.
There
and
are churches. There
and-
are churches, but there's not enough. There's too many churches for it not to be present as it is now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree totally with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't agree with all they teach.
Jehovah's Witnesses was discovered in the 1800s. That's
Well,
irrelevant. Jehovah's Witnesses is
how's it
totally
irrelevant?
irrelevant.
How's it relevant?
Jehovah's Witnesses, it was a man, a human being discovered Jehovah's Witnesses. He say back in 18, I don't know what's the name, but if you do your research, it's gonna say this person's name. It's gonna say Jesus. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with Jesus Christ at all or God. Nothing. It's gonna be a person that was a prophet and didn't never prophesize.
Okay, so first, what I'm saying is Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not
I
saying
wouldn't even
they
bring that
real.
subject up.
I'm not saying Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's
got
Witnesses
no-
ain't-
But
I
at
wouldn't-
the end of the day,
You don't like
they
Jehovah's
knocking on
Witnesses.
your door trying to get you.
And I don't
They
know
not-
why.
they not-
I don't know why.
Because they not putting pamphlets or they just not telling trying to get you convinced you go home and convince you what's name. They out there in the street. That's one thing they do got church beat on.
Churches be in the street.
I ain't never saw no Christian walk up on me with
it's plenty.
relentlessly
Go
like
on,
that.
but they at the right places where they need to be.
Where?
Block
go
parties.
walk to abortion clinic. Try to walk in an abortion clinic. You gonna thousands of Christians out there trying to damn
I
near
see
put you in a
it.
headlock.
I see it.
They where they need to be, brother.
No, they not where they need to be because they need where they need to be.
They be on the corner right there on 79th and Cottage Grove preaching every day.
Okay, they on 79th.
79th and
Okay,
Cottage Grove.
And then what next block you'll see them on?
If you go on the west side, you will see them on Madison and Larimer.
But
Okay,
you gotta understand.
No, from 79th to the west side of Pulaski. Where are they at between them?
But
I
I
listen,
bet
no,
you
I
see a
ain't
whole
really
bunch of
sure.
churches in between.
but
that.
you gotta
Yeah.
understand, just because you see a church doesn't mean they got money. They like
ain't gotta have money
Like
to
for
go out there
instance, the
and change
church
the
I
world.
go to, right?
You
Church
don't. You gotta
to,
have faith.
It's 7 members in there. We all got jobs.
That's
Our
okay.
pastor have a job.
Yeah, okay.
So how much time outside of this church can I just be on the streets?
And that's why the
Until
church
God
doors
give
is
you
open
that,
for a
that
certain
job,
time.
you ain't gonna take it. Because if I'm working 12 hours a day, when do I supposed to be in the streets for 6?
Yeah, I'm just saying you got to look at you always got to look at things both ways on people perspective because you got churches that's surviving and you got churches that's
just open.
barely making it, just opening the doors.
Like our task was keeping the lights on.
Right.
No cap. Like
Let's
we
keep
knew
it
that.
up.
Like even if I ain't had no paper, I gotta at least bring 70 to church. Or we won't have no lights.
I get that, but don't act like you don't have a bunch of churches out there. You got a couple. I get you got poor churches, but you got tons of churches. Like they just as abundant as tops and bottoms and liquor stores. They out there in droves on block to block to block to block.
That's
And
right.
what I'm saying is,
That's
and
right.
for our neighborhoods to still be so tore up, it doesn't add up.
It don't.
Because at
It
the end
don't.
of the day,
It don't.
there's church inside the building,
Mhm.
and half the time, and you know if you've been a church member, and I've done it myself, that I'm outside this church. I'm not a Christian in real life. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a
What
question.
makes you
I'm gonna
say-
ask you a question, and I really need a serious answer. Do you think what you just said tomorrow, a genie just grants your wish, no more churches? The church is in you, and you need to do this, and you say you feel that the church is ready. Do you believe that? Do you believe in your mind it won't be chaos?
That if
You just take
If
away
you
all
get
the
rid of
churches.
all the churches Do you think will it or will not be chaos?
If you got rid of all the churches.
It'd be
And the churches
anarchy. It'd be
and
fucking
and the churches and you.
all the churches in you, and you try to pitch that what you just said. It's gonna show you that churches is needed. If you eliminate all the churches, bro, it's gonna just like that movie, Eli, the book of Eli.
Yeah. They were chasing
That
the
man,
Bible.
he was chasing that Bible so he could control people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if he was really true to the word, you know what I'm saying? And more the story is, I'm just trying to say, you need the church so you won't have chaos. Whether they embezzling money.
I never said get rid of the church. I'm showing you if the church. I didn't say when I meant the church was irrelevant.
Right.
I'm not saying the church is irrelevant like we don't need them.
Right.
I'm saying the church made itself irrelevant
Right.
by not stepping outside and attacking all these elements of life.
But you really don't know. Don't know how much actual churches is doing something. Because mega churches.
And I'm not speaking broadly either.
Right.
I know mega churches. I go to a church or I say myself as a member for that church because when I start going back, I will be going back there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had tons of programs. They did they helped me get my remember the Crown Vic I had?
Mm-hmm.
They had a whole ministry mechanic ministry, and they helped me fix that, boy. And it was like some shit I couldn't afford. I think like $1,500, and they fixed that.
Right.
I'm not saying churches don't do their thing. I'm just saying there's way too many out here that I know for a fact because I've been I grew up in the church. My grandma, I was in there, every Wednesday, and I was a junior deacon.
I was at the church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
I know that
Saturday,
half
Sunday.
of these deacons in here crackheads.
But
You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is don't act like the church can't have more power than because they can get if they can get these
What happened
people
to the
come.
other one? This the same one?
No, that's a new shit.
I'm glad you smoked that other one. You probably put moon
You
rock
put
in
moon
it.
rock in that shit.
yeah, it's moon rock everywhere. We about to go to the
Yo, as an
moon.
astronaut today, goddamn.
No, but all right, Tim, we all talk outside the camera. Give a little backstory. Tell them the churches you've been through, why you view church like this maybe.
It ain't that okay, I'm put it like this.
I think that's the reason.
Yeah, what made you feel that way?
He been through some terrible churches.
And I've been to some great churches. That's y'all don't understand. I'm looking at the whole thing. When I go outside and I'm driving, I'm seeing a bunch of churches. I'm seeing a community that's in those churches. How they look outside, and we know it's outside forces that steady tamper with and sabotage our shit.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the church holds too much power, and a lot of these churches they don't do anything, or they use it just to build members and get more money. But you could do so much outside of that.
You saying the church hold power? What church you been around?
What do you mean?
Like,
Those five small churches that you that you say we only barely keeping our lights on. Okay, you say 7 members times goddamn it whatever. 7 times 7, whatever you got, you still can control a neighborhood where you can control the alderman and tell them like, look, we need a library, we need this, or these 2,500 people ain't voting for you.
We could say that, but
And
the alderman could say, I don't care about y'all 7 votes. Like
that's why
church,
you get together.
What church?
That's when you get together.
No, he's saying all
you a
7
church,
churches.
y'all all.
Oh, you talking about all the churches?
Oh, yeah, all
I'm not
7
saying one
churches
church.
in
What
that
I'm saying
ward.
is, in that ward, y'all got power.
I get that. I
You
get
know what I'm
that.
saying? Our church,
But our church is not together. We talked about that earlier.
But that's what I'm saying. We all Christians. And then, so what I know for a fact that I've seen it, like, and I'm not talking like I'm a member. I'm behind the scenes. I'm talking to the pastor. I'm helping him set up. I know this. I know the relationship between him and the other pastor. You get what I'm saying? I know at the end of the day, when I get in my word and I study for myself, I see, man, this is petty. We supposed to be building. You know what I mean, y'all? Because he wanted the next conference. They ain't let you be the headliner. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Y'all get together, get that power. You know what I'm saying? Because you got power because you can make us believe anything you want to in here.
Yeah.
You can release it straight easy.
Yeah.
You get our money every week faithfully, and we behind on our phone bill. So you can tell people, look, we having the what's the name? These 20 small churches gonna get together.
lighter.
You know,
Lighter.
and and you can come up here and, you know, and then we gonna see which one of y'all the man go, whatever. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do next year, you out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, wield the power you supposed to. And you ain't gotta pray. You ain't gotta everybody. Let's what do you call it? Could everybody throw up a couple of extra dollars to pay sister so and so rent, and they ain't got it because she, you know what I'm saying? Now it's more jobs, and you know, because the alderman keep putting money in the computer. Because any Spanish neighbor you go to, you got one thing that black people don't do. They don't stick together. They don't combine it. But again, we already know that the Spanish and everybody else, they do Chinatown, all that, and they community look way more. They have gangs, but for some reason they have gangs, but for some fucking reason, the moment I cross over into the neighborhood, it's clean as hell.
It's because
I won't say the Spanish community.
You know why? It's because
bro, yes it is. They don't have as much.
Let me tell you something.
As much trash.
Go on 26 in California, right?
Bro,
It's dirty just like out west, guys.
It's like that, but at the same time, bro, look.
But they own their neighborhood.
These Hispanics care about their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We got this attitude like we come outside just because we rent that house. The landlord's supposed to pick up their trash in front of his house. Them people rent, they come out and clean up trash because they just don't want trash in front of their house. Rather, who own it? I'm gonna clean up, and not the stereotypers, but hey, you got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? It's just like downtown Chicago. We know all the motherfucking black kids down there fucking that goddamn place up, but they ain't finna say it on the news.
Yeah, they just gonna say a bunch of
bunch of kids.
It's the niggas, y'all.
We already know.
We are a bunch of motherfucking niggas down there fucking shit up. And where the fucking parents at?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to shit on the church, and that's what I'm trying to get through to y'all. I just
You feel that church can do more. All of them.
But it's easier said than done, because you got to understand, if I got a church on Sacramento and Fulton, right, and you got a church on Holman and Walnut, right, if I come to you and say, hey, Pastor Tim, you know, this neighborhood is in the uproar, we need to come together and get our, you might be like, man, Pastor, I got enough problems in my own life, in my own church, I'll focus on that later. What more could I do?
You can
move on
to the next person.
Yeah, but
you gonna get that. I get that. You gonna get that. Right. I'm not saying life ain't perfect. It's a plan.
Because we don't know each other. Like, these churches don't know each other. So I'm coming to you as a stranger. And you probably, like you say, you've been in bad churches where pastors wasn't right. They also have been in bad churches where pastors wasn't right. So I'm coming to you, quote unquote, as a Christian pastor. It's some good ones and some bad ones. So now I got to figure that out. But you coming to me asking me for a big step for me to give up what I got going on to focus on this. You might be trying to get some money out the neighborhood through this project.
Because what I'm saying, it don't take a lot for you to be like, look, me, 5 other pastors, we done got together in the community. Okay, we see that.
They do that, though.
They do it.
They do.
I know they do that.
Black parties,
again,
book bag giveaways, they do all that.
No, I'm talking about they go holler at that alderman if it get enough is enough.
Aldermen be in the church, though. So it don't even be taking that sometimes. The aldermen go to one of their churches. But I get what you're saying.
Politicians sell us out. And the reason I say that, the church, and I'm only going with the church, because where outside of church you can get a whole bunch of black people together on a regular. What do they congregate?
With no violence.
Right. Like yeah, but on a regular church. But on a regular, this is where a mass group of black people that share basically the same struggles across the board. Whether the way you stay at, you might move to Chicago, Sacramento, Fulton. She stay close to somewhere in Garfield. But this is our favorite. This is our church home. We all come together, and across from here to there, we all struggle with the gun violence and drugs, poverty, ain't no jobs, and this is bad in the house and that's bad in the house. You get what I'm saying? That like.
You know where you can go?
What?
A house party.
Nigga.
They had 80,000 people out there, not one violent, not one argument.
But you want to get black? That's what I'm saying. If the only way to get black people to get black people, you could be like, hey, we throwing this rally at woo, and they might not show up, but you know they're gonna show up to church. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's where they all congregated. That's what and it's easier to get them in church to talk about this topic and get everybody on the same board.
And we all gonna show up to hear Mike Dunn on the turntables and play gospel music on the turntables. You know they got gospel house. Gospel house is so hidden.
Well, ain't
man.
nobody trying to talk about no motherfucking
Brother.
house music, man.
Brother, I'm just telling you, you try to figure out how you get a lot of black people together and don't let nobody go wrong. You can make a movement. Huh? Shit.
Gospel house is crazy.
Man, y'all better stop playing.
But,
Man,
I
y'all
get what
better
you're
stop
saying.
playing.
You just want the black community, the black churches to be united like the Catholic
Yeah.
Church.
because
They
back
making
in-
stuff
Catholic
like
Church
Hey.
ain't united either.
Because hey, look,
Ain't united either.
look.
Look at look, how many people
Well,
got
you think-
molested in the goddamn Catholic Church?
No.
that doesn't mean they're not united because the same amount of people get molested, no names get brought out.
No, but what I'm trying to say is
That pastor's still working at a different church.
No, what I'm trying to say is that it's because they have a chairman board, they have a board over all Catholic church. Ain't no that's your church and that's your church. No, Catholic is
They got
they
a hell
own
of a
all
structure.
churches. You know what I'm saying?
They got a hell of a structure.
Yeah, they got a hell of a structure. You got one church and that's your building.
But again, the reason I say that because most of the movements that happened back in the 50s and 40s and all that, it was the black church that led that. MLK was brought up in the church,
Yeah.
and that was church people that was marching.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause that's how you got them together. He knew that the church had the power.
Right.
That's they need to get back to that.
Yeah. So my barber, Clarence, he think he the ambassador that know every goddamn thing and don't know shit.
Damn, Clarence.
And he go say Martin Luther King didn't do
you
nothing for the
this
people.
podcast is-
I wouldn't give a fuck. It need to be known.
Damn.
He's still the best barber in the city. But
Behind
still,
rail.
I'd be like, dude,
Yeah, true.
Behind rail.
you right. I gotta give it to Rail. You know what I'm saying? He
Cause
never
Clarence
cut my
fucked me up
hair.
a couple times.
Taz fuck you up, Clarence?
And then I got a ball head, cuz. He talking about I would have been off that day, man. You never know I was going through something. Man,
All
nigga.
barbers have off day.
Yeah, all barbers have an off day.
I think
But he said a couple of times, like
twice. That's what I'm saying. It was twice. I wasn't happy with
he's the second barber in the city, man.
Long
Shout out to
as he don't
Clarence.
fuck me up. Long
What
as
you
he
was
don't
saying
fuck me up.
about
Go
what he
ahead,
was
cuz.
saying about Dr. Martin Luther King?
He was saying like, what Martin Luther King did for somebody.
Who said that?
He wooed this and that
Who
on
said
it.
that?
Man, Joe.
Oh, you talking about Clarence?
yeah,
My
he was
bad.
talking shit about
So basically, you
I'm
saying
like, dude.
King ain't do shit.
it. He was saying all kind of reckless
That's
shit out of his
crazy,
mouth.
Clarence.
And I told
we
him,
gotta have Clarence
I
on the
told
show.
him,
Yeah.
I told him, I said, man, I said, people got to get messages out. I said, say for instance, I said, I'm gonna give you a scenario. You're a Christian, I'm a Muslim. Who I'm gonna listen to first? Farrakhan or Martin Luther King?
You say you.
If I'm a Muslim and you're a Christian, which one I'm gonna listen to first? Martin Luther King or Malcolm X?
I'm going.
I mean,
you gonna listen to
go
X?
Muslim.
Right, so I'm gonna listen to Malcolm X,
Yeah.
right? So, and I told him, I said, it don't matter who got the message out, as long as the message went out. Crazy ass nigga.
And you know what? That's what
Oh,
I'm
so he
saying.
a Muslim.
No.
And that was a problem too that I saw
Let me see your the lighter.
when I started to like wake up. And I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not woke like to the fact that I'm some super smart ass nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I would like to be very
you
very
just-
knowledgeable on stuff.
right.
But when I start caring more
Right.
about my people and not just myself,
Right.
You
Your
get what I'm
eyes
saying?
open.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw in history where we all want the advancement of black people. We all want to be treated fairly and be and treated equally. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no special rights. But I saw where our leaders fought amongst themselves. Like, I can't even get the other guy, so I don't even want to mention the other one. But one was more intellectual, so he said we need to come up through education.
That's right.
You know, which is true.
Right.
Which is true. The other ones say, no, we need to get together and we got to do it through politics and movements and all
Right.
the other stuff.
That's
which
right.
is true.
Right.
But they kept fighting amongst each other.
Right. Malcolm
to-
X was violence. What's the name? Wasn't?
Non-violence was cool.
Right.
It worked.
Right.
Because they figured, hey, I'd rather, let's go with King approach.
Right.
White people like, hey, we might want to get on this nigga side. For
Right.
This nigga riled up the wrong people.
Right. Exactly.
At the end of the day, they should have been fighting amongst each other. And good thing that before we saw the peace
Right.
that they did, you know, they did, but they never got a chance to build on that.
Right.
But
They
too
wasn't
many
gonna let 'em.
times, if I say, man, our school system's a problem, you say, well, I think it's single family homes and we need to concentrate on these mothers.
Right.
And then you say something else. That don't make now one of us wrong.
Wrong.
We all play a part in
That's
it.
right.
All the problem.
You
That's
get what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
And I'm gonna be in this lane. I'm gonna be on that one. But all at the end of the day, at the end of the road, We got same goal.
Same goal. That's it. As long as you got the same goal. Because actually, you
next
need to
episode,
fight the
y'all
battle.
niggas will be sitting by each other.
All wars was in a strategy. You had to have a strategy to go to war.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in war, you got to have a strategy. Shit. Let's hit them for all angles. This way, that way, and that way.
Exactly, and that's what they did. And so we can't, if we get attacked from police brutality,
Right.
We got a crime. I mean, I'm sorry, a drug
government.
problem in the community.
Right.
We got
Government going against you.
They not feeding us. They feeding us basically. We don't get whole foods though, so our helps and our healthcare system fucked up for black people.
Yeah.
Man, they hitting us from all angles. So why you can't attack that? Why you can't attack that? I'm over here.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it benefits us all. But no, you want to argue with me because I don't want to be on your
Side.
your agenda.
Your agenda, right?
You get
Not
what I'm
side,
saying?
your agenda. Because we all on the same side. We just
When
got different agendas.
I'm telling you, man. At the end of the day, the one thing that I look at black people, and I told what's the size conversation I was telling my wife, like, because my son's sexist. Maybe you got that shit from your ass, but I was basically like, man,
no,
black
I'm
women and women in general are like on the same page. We have women offer so much to the world. Black people offer so much to the world. They got this, you know what I'm saying? They caring, they loving, they talented, they got hearts and all this other stuff. But they, at the end of the day, they do themselves a disservice, man, because they not unified. And you know what I'm saying? Like black people, some of the smartest people in the world, man.
Are the
From
smartest
nothing.
people.
You
We
get
are
what
the
I'm
chosen people.
You get what I'm saying? Like, suburban kids be having so much on a black kid, but a black kid, if he have the chance for motherfucker to groom him, he could take that public high school, inner city high school, and run with the best of them. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like black people got this inner thing in them, man. But the side note was women, and that was TJ. But I don't want to.
You don't want to get down on TJ on camera.
Yeah, I can't because he got to defend himself.
Dad.
But they stupid.
Where you hear that from? My dad.
Oh shit.
Listen here, TJ. Women ain't shit.
So man, hey, this was a great podcast, man. This was a great show. We getting back in the swing of things. I hope you be able to make it. We gonna see you next year.
Yeah, you gotta start coming down
Yeah, we
yonder.
did say that.
We talked. I told you.
Yeah, coming down
Make sure
yonder.
y'all subscribe. Subscribe. Leave a
Definitely
comment.
subscribe.
Join the Blunt Talk family. We got T-shirts.
Yes.
Leave a comment. We'll send you a T-shirt. We desperate.
Send your size, put your size.
Send your side. Show us some love. Subscribe though.
Right. Give some thumbs up.
And I'm
some
gonna give a
likes.
tip to all women.
TJ Daddy.
Give a
we go.
tip to all women. If you wearing sandals, clean the sandals, cause the bottom of your feet be dirty than a motherfucker. So that speaks a lot about you.
Yeah, when you said, I think he got it from your ass. He showing it where he got it from.
Oh my God.
It's a lot about you.
Hey, the subscribe button is right here. It will be fucking edited. Please subscribe. We love y'all. See y'all next week, goddammit.
We out.
Peace.